See how many computers we can see here. Right now there are only 4 computers visible here, but you know there can be 40 computers, 400 computers, or even 40,000 computers in a network. 40,000 devices can be there. There is no limit here actually. The smallest network will be 2 devices connected with each other, and the biggest network can contain any number of devices. Okay, now just imagine a scenario. There are like say 40 computers in this network. For 40 computers, how many printers do we need to take? For 40 computers, one printer is enough. All the 40 people can access this printer and they can take printout. What if there are like 400 people working in a company? See, for 400 people also one printer is enough. All these people can connect to this one printer and they can take the printout. But the logic that we need to understand here is whether there are 40 people or 400 people. These users can access printer when there is a permission for them. I repeat, this 400 people or 40 people or even 40,000 people, they can access the printer and they can take printout if there is a permission for these people. So from where we have to provide permission, or who is going to provide permission? A administrator is going to provide a permission by using a server. It's as simple as this. Administrator is going to provide the permissions by using a server. Okay, so administrator should say, okay, out of 400 people, maybe like suppose 150 people are permitted to allow to access the printer. So for this 150 people, there should be permissions, they should be allow permissions. So who is going to give these permissions? The administrator is going to give permissions by using a server. Okay, let me just clear everything now. Okay, fine. The internet is coming in our network. So if the internet is coming in your network, we know all these users can access internet. There is only one internet connection. But again, if there are like suppose say 400 people in your network, all these 400 people, can they access internet? The answer can be yes, the answer can be no. It depends on the scenario to how many people you're allowing the internet access. If you're allowing like suppose 350 users to access internet, only 350 users can access internet. Remaining 50 people, they cannot access internet. So these are the permissions we need to configure. Okay, out of 350 people, some people should not access like YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or any other website, any social media, or maybe they should not access a website with games coming in it, or they should not access website with like news coming in it into it, like news channels and all those things. So these things we need to again block by using a firewall, or this can be blocked by using a router, or this can be done by using a server. So there are many ways. Okay, so internet is coming in the company, fine, all the people are able to access internet, that is good. But on internet there are many things available. So how many things they should access, or how many things they should not access, or what they should access and what they should not access, again everything is decided by administrator. Okay, there will be meeting for sure. Your administrator is not doing anything on its own. Administrator have to talk with to the management, and management and administrator, they will decide, okay, we need internet. Without internet our business will not survive, the computer network cannot work properly. So we need internet for sure, but over the internet, what are the things we are allowing and what are the things we are not allowing? We cannot allow a user to access everything over the internet. Okay, so to allowing and blocking everything on internet, or to share the internet with all the people, these are the things done by the administrator. It can be done by the server administrator, or it can be done by the network administrator. Okay, so the basic thing that we need to understand here, friends, is computer network. Once you connect all the devices with each other, the devices will not communicate with each other. See, there is a server and there is a laptop here. Laptop is connected to server. If it is not connected directly, still it is connected through a switch. Your laptop is connected to switch. From switch it is connected to server here, right? So once you connect a router with this switch, or a server with this switch, or a laptop with this switch, they all are connected with each other. Okay, now there is some data in this server. Let us take a very simple example. There is a folder here with the name, like say project folder, and this project folder contains a file like say cloud.doc, and suppose say network.doc. There are two documents here. Okay, cloud.doc, network.doc, and there is a user sitting here with the name, let us say like David. Now David user is connected to the server. We can see clearly he is connected to switch. From switch he is connected to server. So my question here is, David user, can he access the project folder? Or David user, can he access the files that are available in project folder? It depends. It depends on the permissions that we have given on that project folder in server. If there is a permission for David user, if we allow David user to access project folder, then of course he can access. But in case if you're not allowing David user, in case if you deny David user to access the project folder, then no way he can access the project folder. So this is what we have to do. There should be some permissions given on every device. So according to our permissions, according to our configurations, the machines will work. A machine will not work. A machine will not work by itself. Machine in the sense a server, a router, a switch, or a firewall. They will not work by themselves. They need to be configured. They need to be, okay, given some security things. They need to be giving some settings. So all the devices, whatever you see on your screen right now, all the devices must be configured. So who will configure these devices? The administrator will configure these devices. And who is the administrator? Server administrator, and the network administrator is the one who will configure these devices. Okay, so as a server administrator, your responsibility in a company will be managing and configuring servers. Managing and configuring servers. We can see only one server in this screen, but I can say with 100% guarantee, there is no company anywhere where a one server is enough. We need multiple servers. We need maybe 2 servers, 10 servers, not 2 servers also anyway. We need 10 servers, 15 servers, 20 servers, or even there are some companies where we need hundreds of servers. So server is a machine that is providing services. We will come to this in more details in coming classes, but as a basic class, I'll just try to tell you something. Server is a machine that will provide you services. There are different types of services we have. Like for example, if I say www.google.com, so when I say google.com, and then when I say www.gmail.com, or if I say www.googledrive.com, see, I'm just connecting to one company, that is Google. I'm just accessing 3 websites from one company, Google. But when you say www.google.com, you are accessing a web server. When you say www.gmail.com, you are accessing a email server. And whenever you say www.googledrive.com, you are accessing the storage. These are the 3 different services provided by one company. One is a web server, one is an email server, one is a storage server. So like this, we have many services running in our network, friends. There is something called DNS service. There is something called DHCP, email, web, file, backup service, active directory service. So there are different services we have. So technically for one service, we should use one server. For DNS, we should go with this machine. For example, we install a service here called DHCP. This machine is used for DHCP. And if you want to install DNS in your network, then what we have to do? We have to take a separate server now. So this is server for DHCP, DNS. And if you want to install, like suppose say a file server, what we have to do? We have to again install a different server. We have to again take a different server. So for every service, we have to take a different server there. So like this, there can be 10 services, 20 services working in a company. And for every server, we need a backup server. So there is one DNS server here. So I have to take one more DNS server. So this DNS server is acting as a backup server. So this is the main server and this is your backup server. So there is a file server here. So for this file server, we need one more server that should be a backup server, backup file server. So like this, we have to configure. Like this, we need to configure many. Okay, so we have different services running in our network. So all these services we need to install and configure. So without these services, a server is just a normal machine. Without these services, a server is just a machine like your computer, It's just a normal machine. So this is what you are learning in your MCSE, friends. In MCSE, you are learning what are the different services we have, like what is the DHCP service, what is the DNS service, what is the Active Directory service, what is the DFS service. We are discussing all the services, and we are learning like how to install them and how to configure them. This is what Windows Server Administration is all about. Okay, so I repeat again. A server is a normal machine. A server is just a machine like your computer. Okay, but a server can become very special machine once we install services into it. So there is no company I can say, wait, there are no servers running. And if there is a server, that server has a service. Server is a physical machine, that server has some services. So we need to install and configure all the services or whatever services are needed in our computer network. So this is what you're learning in your Windows Server Administration. That is called your MCSE. Now coming to the other part. Other part here is your CCNA. In CCNA, friends, we are learning about the router and the switch. There are three major topics we are learning in CCNA. One is called IP addressing. IP address, I'll just write here for your understanding. So this is your IP address. Then we are learning about router and we are learning about switch. Now again, there is no computer network without a switch, router, or the use of IP. Every computer network have these three things. IP address is a logical number actually, some number, whereas router and switch, these are the physical devices. So again, I repeat, friends, there is no company on the face of the earth where there is a computer network and that computer network has no router, no switch, or no IP address. That is literally not possible to make a computer network without these devices. An IP address is a logical number, like I said, it's like a phone number. So these are the three things we are learning in CCNA. IP address will take around 5 days. Router will take like more than 2 weeks or 2 weeks at least. Switch will take like 1 week, and there are some more topics we have that will take like some classes. So overall, it will take 35 days for us to learn this CCNA. Without the knowledge of CCNA, without the knowledge of router, switch, and IP addressing, you should not move to any other course in networking. Any other course in the sense like cloud computing or virtualization or security or cyber security or ethical hacking or Linux administration, database. There are many courses available here, right? There are many different paths available, but you should not go to any path without learning the concept of CCNA, without learning the concept of IP addressing, router, and switch. See, many people they are getting confusion. They're confused actually when they go with security. They are very confused when they go with cloud computing. They say like things are very difficult then. No, friends, things are not difficult in cloud computing or security. Things are just starting from your CCNA and MCSE, and they're going into cloud computing. So if you don't have the knowledge of MCSE and CCNA, that is server administration and the network administration, it is not possible for you to understand everything in cloud computing. That is a problem. Cloud computing is a huge thing. It's very much in demand. Every second person is learning cloud computing anyway in networking. Okay, so if you have to learn everything in cloud computing perfectly, you should start from server administration and network administration. Then you should move into the cloud environment or maybe virtualization or security or whatever. Okay, friends, so just take a break for 30 seconds. Just try to analyze whatever we have discussed in last 25 minutes. If there is any question you have regarding Windows Server administration and network administration, we will see. Then we can move into the next thing. So please take your time and feel free to ask your questions. You can send me a question directly into the chat box. There is a chat box here. I'm just bringing there like I'm saying hello there. So if you want to ask something, you can simply ask something here. So I just said a message called hello. So you can send me a message there. If you want to talk to me directly, you can talk to me directly. So please take your time. And if there is any queries regarding whatever we have discussed in the last 20 minutes, feel free to ask your questions. Over to you now, guys. Qazi Mohammed, can you please make your keep your headphone off there, please. Okay, if there is any question, then only please unmute yourself. If you are unmuting yourself without any question, it will like make some disturbance here. So, okay, anyhow, so there is no question. So let us continue with our session. So what I said, friends, Windows Server Administration and Network Administration, these are the two courses where we are learning about the computer network. So Windows Administration is all about servers and securities and policies, users, groups, Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, all these things we are learning in Windows Administration. And coming to network administration, like I said, there are three major things that we are learning in network administration. That is IP addressing, router, and switch. Okay, I'll make things more easier for you. I'll just try to make a small table here. Windows Server Administration. So what you're going to learn in Windows Server Administration? There is a server and there is a service. What are these servers and services? Types of servers, installation of servers. Okay. Then there are some services like ADDS, DNS, DHCP, file, backup service, WDS service, DFS service. Okay, I'll just write etc. here. These are the services we are learning in Windows Server Administration. You will get the detailed code syllabus on your mail ID, friends. So no need to worry. I'm just writing roughly here what we're going to learn. And in CCNA, I'll just write it as network administration. So in network administration, like I said, you friends, there are three major things we are learning here. One is your IP address. I'm not writing what we are learning in IP address because we need to cover everything in IP address. It will take 5 to 6 classes. I'm just writing router here. And again, I'm not writing what we are covering in router because you will see all these details when you go with the course syllabus. Okay. The content, when you get the content from the management, you can see all the details. So writing all the details of router will take like more time. I'm just writing router here. And the last thing here is switch. These are the three major topics you're learning in network administration, that is CCNA. But again, in that network administration, in every topic, there are many more subtopics. Okay, so you can go through the content and you can find out all the topics written clearly there from Windows Server Administration as well as network administration. Okay, friends, so the bottom line here is to start a career in networking, to make a career in networking, there are, see, when you say networking, there are many options and many opportunities here. It is not like CCNA itself is a course. CCNA, there is no other course besides CCNA. No, there is no other course besides Linux administration. No, many people feel like they can simply go and learn cloud computing without any proper knowledge of servers and networks. So it's very difficult for you to go to like advanced courses without having proper knowledge of the courses that we need to learn first. And those courses are Windows administration and network administration. Okay, so there are many more courses available, many more opportunities available in networking, but there should be a place from where we need to begin. There should be some starting point. There should be some level 1. So that level 1 is your this Windows Server Administration and Network Administration. I always say this, friends, that when you face interview on cloud, you will get questions coming from Windows Server Administration, Linux Administration, and Network Administration. It is very hard for a company to hire a person who has the knowledge of only cloud computing without any knowledge of network administration and server administration, because the company, see, who will take interviews in a company? The senior administrators or the administrators will take the interview. So they know very well that without the knowledge of server administration and network administration, the cloud is completely not clear for that person. The cloud technology will not be completely clear for that person. The concept will not be clear. Still that person has many doubts. Okay, he may be a certified person, he may done his cloud certification or security certification or virtual certification. Certification is a different thing that we will see in coming classes, how to go for certification. So still it is not like 100% sure that person knows everything. I have seen many people who have finished cloud computing and still they have their uh, issues in their IP address. I know people they have finished like uh, security, but still they have some issues in the IP address. So IP address is one topic that is one of the most important topic a networking person will learn, and that IP address he is going to learn in CCNA only. He is not learning IP addressing in any other course. He is not learning IP addressing in any other course. Okay, so only basics will be there somewhere in Windows or Linux, but overall in depth a person is learning about IP addressing in CCNA itself. So see, this is such a huge topic, such important topic that you are learning in CCNA. So if you miss CCNA, then how can you understand all the other things? Like okay, I'll just take you back to some of my classes, my running classes actually. Okay, so there is a morning class, and in this class there is a concept of IP addressing we have already completed here. And if I open this file here, see, these are the things you're learning in IP addressing. IP addressing is all about numbers and everything. There is something called binary number, there is something called decimal number, there is a network portion, host portion, all these numbers we need to see. So normally it will take around 5 days, and in some cases if I need more time for you, I'll go with like 6th day also. Totally it may need 6 days for me to finish your IP addressing. And many people, like when they finish their cloud computing or when they're still pursuing their cloud computing, they ask this question like, what exactly is this /27? Because without using this /27, /23, /14, 15, whatever, without understanding this concept, see, I've written many examples here. So without understanding this concept, it is not possible to understand everything in cloud computing. There is a concept called VPC in cloud. It's a very, very important topic. It may take like around 3-4 classes in your cloud technology. Okay, so when they go when learn that particular topic, they will see /19 return, /25 return, /17 return. So they're very confused. And it is not possible for the trainer, the cloud trainer, to offer you to explain you everything there. See, I myself take cloud computing classes, I take AWS classes. I'm been into this networking field for last 13-14 years actually. I started my career in 2006. I started learning Windows administration and network administration in 2007 actually. Then 2009 itself I became MCSE certified person. 2011 I became CCNA certified person. Then I did many other certifications after that. I've been working on virtualization for like 5 years. I know the security concepts. I have been taking like AWS classes for many months now. For last some years I'm into this AWS now. So I know many technologies. So after like 13-14 years of experience, I can say with 100% guarantee, if a person is not having proper knowledge on Windows Server administration and network administration, that person will not be, that person cannot do many other things, many other courses here. I repeat again, if a person is not having the proper knowledge of Windows Server administration and network administration, it will be difficult for that person to go and learn any other course in networking. So always the starting point in the starting point will be server administration and network administration. I repeat again, starting point should be server administration and network administration. See, when you again go to cloud computing or security, there is something called services, there is something called port number, there is something called protocol that we need to see. If you go to cloud computing, they are simply saying like, okay, this is the port number 80 and this is for HTTP, we are blocking this port number. They may simply say like, this is port number 443, this is for HTTPS, so we are simply blocking this port number. So what is this port number? What is this protocol? What is this service? All these things we need to learn in details in CCNA. Okay, so without the knowledge of all these things, it will not be easy for you to go and learn any other technique. Okay, so this is what we need to learn in these two technologies. Okay, so any other questions here, any doubts here, friends? Feel free to ask any question from any technology. Like I said, I have been working on many other platforms like virtualization, networks, server administration. I know I am into this cloud platform. So feel free to ask any question so that you know this is just a workshop session, friends. This is not a classroom session. This is not a demo session or a running class. Here we came just to like understand like what exactly is the Windows administration and network administration and why it is so important for our careers. Okay, so feel free to ask your questions. And meanwhile, I'll just try to tell you something. That is, you know, in this course, first of all, on Monday, that is tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be starting MCSE. Already some people joined this course, so we are expecting some more people from tomorrow. So I'll be starting this Windows Server administration, and same day, Monday at 11:30 a.m. I'll be starting CCNA. Again, for this in this course also there are some people already registered. They already enrolled, so we'll be starting CCNA at 11:30 a.m. Okay, so every day you will get recorded classes. Each and every class is recorded here, so you will get the recorded class within like 2 to 3 hours to your mail accounts, whatever mail account you provided here. So this is your uh, this will be uploaded in the Google Drive. Actually, I'm just trying to show that Google Drive. Wait a second. Okay, so see, I'll just try to show you some of my existing. Okay, this is for Windows MCSE actually. So see, all these are recorded classes of each and every session. This is still a running class, but this class I have taken like 10 days, 12 days before. Okay, friends, so these are the recorded classes that you will receive every day once you finish your class. Okay, I'll be providing you lab books because you know when you do practicals, you need some reference. If you're stuck anywhere, you need some reference. So I have created lab books for MCS as well as CCNA. I'll be providing those lab books. I'll be providing softwares to you to do practice. Like there is a software called VMware Workstation here. By using this VMware Workstation, you can do all MCSE and Linux practicals. And there is a software here called Cisco Packet Tracer. It is a simulation software. And by using this, you can do all the practicals of routers and switches. So how to use this, what is there here, all these things we will see later. I'm just showing you a brief demo here. So you can connect everything like this and you can make your network and you can see how to communicate between all the other networks. So I can name this network as suppose say India. So like this, I can make one more network like say Australia or Brazil or Singapore or whatever. Then I can see how to make communication between India and Brazil. These are the softwares actually which are designed for practical purpose. So this is your router here, friends. Now what I'm doing here will be exactly the same thing what we do on a real router. If I say command like enable, it will be same. If I say command like config t, if I say name like host name and say India. So whatever I do here in this software, it will be exactly the same commands, the same logic, the same concept we have on a physical server or physical router or physical switch. So these softwares will be shared with you. I'll be sharing all these softwares. And the fourth advantage for you will be, you'll be getting some interview questions with answers. I have made some interview questions and answers. Okay, so I have made around like 200 plus questions and answers. So it will be useful for you when you go for the interviews. You know, majority of questions in interviews will be same actually. If I say like these are the 10 questions, wherever you face the interview, maybe in India, maybe somewhere in Australia, maybe somewhere in Dubai, or maybe somewhere in UK or anywhere in USA, the interview questions will be more or less same. So when I say these are the 200 interview question answers I have prepared, 90% interview questions you will face from these 200 questions only. So interview questions will be same everywhere. Okay, so these are the things you will get in this class. You will get recorded classes every day. You'll get lab books. You will get softwares, as well as you'll get interview question and answers. And in case when you do practicals, if you have any problem, like I said, you can just refer the lab book. But still, if you're not able to like troubleshoot something, and still if you're not able to like solve something, just take a snapshot. Just take a image of that issue and just send me that image. In the next class, you will just select how to do that. We'll troubleshoot that particular thing. 95% cases, the book is more than enough for you to do all the practicals, MCSE book as well as CCNA book. But still, if you're stuck somewhere, we can just clear all the things in the next class. Okay, so every class should be an interactive class. Always a chat box should be open here, so anytime you can simply send me a message, and whenever I come to that question, I'll just answer that question the best possible way. Okay friends, so these are the two classes we are starting from tomorrow, Monday, MCSE at 10 a.m. and CCNA at 11:30 a.m. So MCSE will be from 10 a.m. till like 10 a.m. maybe, and in between we have break for like 15 to 20 minutes, then we can start with the CCNA class. And today is what day? 5th of September. Okay, tomorrow is 6th of September, right? So before like 10th of October, 10th of October will be like Sunday. So before 10th of October, you can finish MCSE as well as CCNA. Both the courses you can finish before 10th of October. That can be our, we can say like the dead end. If you want to increase for some reason, we can increase, there is no issue. But instead of increasing after 10th of September, we can do something like Saturdays, we can take some good classes. So like this, whatever, we have like 35-36 days till 10th of October. So we can easily finish our course before that particular time. So tomorrow will be the first class in MCSE as well as in CCNA, and hopefully the last class will be before 10th of October. So in case, just think and take your time and just think. If you're interested in coming for this package, you're more than welcome for this package, friends, and you can join these classes from tomorrow at 10 a.m. So this was some brief, introduction or brief discussion about Windows Server Administration and Network Administration. I repeat one thing again, Windows Administration and Network Administration is one of the most important course you do in networking. I repeat, MCSE and CCNA is one of the most important course you can do in networking. And these two courses will help you in learning any other technology. See, cloud computing came into existence from 2004-2005, and companies started accepting cloud technology for last 3-4 years. But cloud is not a new technology. It is there from 2004. 2004 means we can select 16-17 years, right? But now they started accepting cloud computing. But these servers and routers and switches, they are there for many decades now. They were there in 2004. They were there in 1990s also. So these two courses are older than cloud computing for sure. But see, when the cloud was, cloud technology was coming up. Cloud technology, what is there in cloud actually, friends? There are routers, there are switches, there are servers, there are services. All these are virtual. It's not physical. So the concept that you learn in Windows administration and the network administration will be completely same in cloud. So without the concept of these two courses, I repeat, without understanding these two technologies or two courses, it will be very hard for any person to go with any other course. So you're not making a career for like 3 months or 6 months or a year. You're making a career for next 10, 15, 20 years. At least we plan in that way, right? No one is changing the career every like 3 years or 2 years. If anyone is changing career every 2 years or 3 years, his career is not stable. Okay, we can do like this. For after 2 years, you can go into security. After 2 years, you can move into virtualization. So within networking, you can move here and there. But if someone is from Java background, it will be very difficult for him to shift the career after 3-4 years, 5 years, or 6 years. So once you are in a particular field, you will be in that field for next 15-20 years. So I can say whatever opportunities we have right now in networking, like cloud, security, virtualization, Linux administration, choose any one of these paths and you can see yourself in that particular path for next 15-20 years. Especially cloud, security and Linux administration. You can see yourself in this till 2040 easily. But to reach such a long, to just go in such a long path, your basics, your fundamentals should be very good, and those basics and fundamentals will be covering in MCSE and CCNA. So MCSE and CCNA is not only basic courses. We are starting from basics and we are learning the administration. We are learning administration here. We are not learning only the basics here. Okay, but still these are the two courses considered as the level 1 for our career. So once you're good in this level 1, level 2, level 3 will be obviously more easier, more fun. Okay, friends, so that's it from me for today. I hope you understood what we have discussed in last 45 minutes or 50 minutes. So in case if you have any questions, any queries regarding MCSE, CCNA, or anything regarding networking, anything about classes or whatever, feel free to ask your question, friends. You can simply send me a message in the chat box or you can talk to me directly. It's over to now, friends. Over to you now. Okay, friends. So I guess there are no questions here. So I hope you understood everything. So before I stop the class, I repeat again. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. we are starting MCSA. This is a new class. Already many people have enrolled it. So we are expecting some more people, as well as CCNA is the first class tomorrow. So if you're planning to come, just come for tomorrow, and after tomorrow, attend some demo classes. You'll feel much better. I'll be discussing more things there at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Okay, so then slowly and steadily within like 2-3 days or 4 days, we will enter into the administration part. That is Windows Server administration part and the network administration part. And these are some of the advantages you have. You will be getting recorded classes, books, softwares, and interview question and answers. Okay, so that's it from me, friends. Thanks for joining. Today is Sunday, but again, thanks for joining on Sunday. So very good luck for you. Very good luck for your careers. Very good luck for your future. So take your time and decide. And if you're interested, please join tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Okay, friends, that's it. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot again. See you later. Bye.